Hey guys, I'm Matt the Woodshed Barber, and today we're talking about the TPOB Go Clipper.
Hey boys, I've had haircuts all over the country, son, and nobody gets it right like Matt Hargrove, the Woodshed Barber.
This is the barber shop, Cornerstone neighborhood.
This one is long overdue. This was for a little while there, it was a hard clipper to get a hold of. I like a lot of TPOB's tools. Like him or hate the guy, doesn't matter to me. He makes good tools. The Play is one of the best clippers made. And so I was really excited about getting a hold of the Go. And I have high expectations because of that. He has talked this up a whole lot on social media, so I was so excited to get it. The first several drops sold out in no time. So finally, I was able to get one. And so I opted for the all white. I like the look of it. And if you haven't noticed, I've got a partner. And by that, I'm not selling out, nothing like that. But I met Edward last year at the Clutch Barber Expo, and we've communicated a little bit online. He's seen some of my content. We decided to pair up, partner up, and he's going to be allowing me to, by sending me some tools, be able to give you guys more and better reviews. So that's the whole point of this. I'm not sold out. I'm not going to say something's good if I don't like it. I'm just going to be honest. But if you guys need a barber supply company, check out Fort Worth. I like the design of their website. They're real responsive with stuff. They're a great company, and Edward's a good dude. So you're going to see some more stuff coming through with that. Possibly some live talks between me and him talking about things coming up. We'll see. We're going to have some fun with it. And just so we can talk about reviewing the way I'm being stingy this year with the way I review these clippers, let me show you my chart. As you can see, I'm going to be very careful with how I rate these this year. So keep that in consideration. So instead of keeping on gabbing about just acquiring the damn thing, let's go.
This fucker's electrical, but I need a nuclear reaction to generate the 1.21 gigawatts of electricity.
1.21 gigawatts! 1.21 gigawatts!
So the TPOB Go comes with a digital brushless motor that starts off with 7,000 RPMs, and whenever you hit this go button, it goes up to 9,000 RPMs. Has a very strong motor. It also has a 4-hour battery life. Now, I have not put that to the test yet, but that's what the claims are, is 4-hour battery life. I don't know if that's on go mode or not, but 4 hours. Whenever you turn on, it's green. Whenever it's green, it's fully charged. Whenever it is red, it's got 30 minutes left. And whenever it's flashing red, well, you've got like 10 minutes or so remaining. I've not tested that out. That's just what comes on the box. Now, charging options for the Go, it does come with USB-C and a charging stand. The charging stand does light up red whenever you put it on there, whenever it's charging, lights up green whenever it's fully charged. Really like the charging stand. It doesn't take up a whole lot of real estate. It's kind of a nice small stand. But overall, power-wise in this, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. It's kind of hard to beat this level of RPMs, battery life, charging options. That's a 5 out of 5.
Oh. It's quite common in Wolverines over 40.
So it comes with the Architect blade, which is kind of like a thinner version of a Vapor style blade or the XO blade that comes from them. It does have kind of a crunch, almost like an Echo type feel to it. It also comes with the Architect cutting blade, which is like a very thin profile T-shaped type blade, so you have less friction. Overall, I will say that I think that the Architect blade is better used on the Play. I've toyed around with different blades on this. Right now, I've got the XO blade on it. I'm going to be toying around with the chunk blade here soon, seeing what fits better for me. I don't think the pairing of the Architect blade, in my opinion, was what I liked for this tool. For me, that's like a fading finesse type blade. It's not for debulking, in my opinion. It's just not my favorite blade. And I put it kind of like the way I feel about the Vapor style blades. I put it at kind of around a 3. So for the blade, the Architect blade, put it at a 3. Now the cutting blade, I actually really like. So that is what it is, but I'm not grading that right now. I'm just grading the blade that comes with the steel blade.
Toilet sponge. It's a hollowed out sponge
Give me a break.
that is more absorbent and softer than toilet paper. I have a lot of toilet ideas.
That's because they're easy.
They're not
guys.
easy.
Toilet pee.
The design of this tool. So I'll say this, and this is a bold claim. The TPOB play right there is one of the simplest but nicest design tools I've seen. This design, it is one of the most ergonomic feeling clippers I've ever held. It is so comfortable in the hand. So comfortable. The only thing I wish was different is that this little extra bit right here, if it cut off at about the bottom of the P right there, it would just be the perfect size clipper. But I love the way this feels in the hand. I mean, the grip is grippy where you need it to be, which is right there at the thumb, right here on these back fingers. The build quality, it looks really good. The buttons are in a perfect position. The click lever, nice and clicky, good feel to it. I already said that I like the charging stand. It's an easy 5 out of 5 on design. Easy. This is one of the most comfortable, also good looking clippers I've seen in a while. It is an amazing looking tool.
The perimeter's quiet. Yeah, a little too quiet.
So sound wise, where would I rank this tool? So whenever it's in its first mode, right there, you're about 64 decibels. Whenever you get the go switch, it goes up to about 68 to 69. To me, that at first, 64, 65, that's about a 4. I would rank that at about a 4, but then you hit the go switch and it gets a little bit louder. And anything approaching the 70 range from here on out, I'm going to be considering kind of a 3. It's mid-tier, it's not great, it's not terrible, but it's not like an improvement on sound. So I'm going to rate it, since it does have the two different options, a 3.5 on sound.
With the box, what was in the box? What's in the box?
So accessories wise, what comes in the box? Well, it comes with a charging cable, charging cord, charging brick. You've got double magnetic guards. No customization options, but it has a nice assortment of stuff. Now with these double magnetic guards, it doesn't stop at 6 like what we've been seeing lately, or even at 4. It goes all the way up to 8. So you've got 10 guards that come with this, all double magnetic. They're also white, match the clipper. And so I would say, since it comes with everything but without customization options, this is pretty damn good. So where does pretty damn good leave us? That's a 4 on accessories.
You are making $500,000 and you were only going to pay me 30?
You're getting 30 grand? I'm getting 1,000.
You guys are getting paid?
Now the price for the Go. Well, TPOB has just been knocking it out of the park with this for a long time. You already know where I'm going to land on this. I believe you can get it right now for maybe around 120, 125, but there's always discount codes coming from him. You can easily get a hold of this clipper for about $100 to $105. You just have to time it out just right. And so, I mean, for a clipper of this oomph, this energy, this quality, I'm going to say that's pretty damn good. That's actually, you know what? For this kind of clipper, around $100, yeah, that's almost perfect. That's a 5.
They've done studies, 60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
The main thing that matters is performance. And this is where it's a little weird for me. Now, so far, you've seen me just be praising this tool. And I do. I think this is an amazing tool. It's got great power. It feels amazing in the hand. It's designed fantastically. It's not that loud. It's very affordable. How do I feel about how it cuts? So I'm going to grade it according to the blade that comes with it. Now, I'm still exploring with this. So if I have an update, I'll let you guys know. But right now, on my grading system of 3 being kind of what we expect, I'm going to grade it as a 3. And I know that seems very surprising. So let me explain why. The Architect blade with this motor, I just don't feel like that blade can sustain that level of energy on the motor. And it does this weird thing whenever I'm cutting with it, regardless of the blade I've got on there, that it doesn't get bogged down, but it feels like it just doesn't mow through as cleanly as I should expect it to. That's the weird thing. I prefer the way the play cuts over this. Now, no doubt he's going to be hearing about this from me and other reviewers too. He typically does changes with his tools as he sees them. So I've heard that there's talks of a Go sequel. If that's the case, I'm sure he'll be addressing that. But if I could do anything to change this tool, the motor, I would probably have gone with the motor that's in the play. But even though I do like this motor, I probably would have made it shorter, maybe about there. Maybe rounded that off a little bit at the end, but about right there. And I probably would have put the chunk blade on this. And I think the reason I feel that way is just because I feel like the blade set that's on here is meant for finesse cutting, for finishing work. Something I would probably have put on the X-Ergo. On this, it feels like this hardware through here isn't made for the energy that's in here, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to attempt doing is I'm going to attempt taking this blade off, the cutting blade that is, putting a thicker, more robust blade on there. If that loses RPMs, that's fine, because I feel like having a blade with more substance would probably be better for this kind of motor anyway. So I'll probably be taking one of the thicker cutting blades from the play and maybe pair it with the chunk blade and put it on here and see where that leaves us. I really like this clipper a lot. And it also comes with the 4 holes. If I didn't mention that already, I may not have. It does come with the 4 holes so you can put an Andis blade on here. And I did that too. I think the cutting blade is the problem for this tool. Now, do I think it's a bad clipper? Hell no. It's a great clipper. But it just doesn't cut the way I expected it to. And maybe that's on me. Quick update on the performance section of this with the right blade. So after filming all this stuff earlier, went in there, changed the blade to a black chunk blade, was not able to change the cutting blade because, well, not a lot of cutting blades fit these cam followers, and the cam follower would not release from the blade anyway. So I just put the same blade on there, did the chunk blade. Massive difference. With this blade so far, now granted, it's only been like 3 or 4 hours of cutting, but much better. I'm talking about going from like performance being a 3. This is a beast with the right blade. So to me, chunk blade on the go makes it a 5. So do with it as you want. Back to the review. And maybe that's on me, maybe that's me holding it to the play standards. But so far, the play is still the top echelon of TPOB. I actually would put this just barely above, or maybe just right at where I had the X Deluxe. It is a more comfortable feeling clipper, but the way the X Deluxe cuts, I actually prefer the way it cuts to this. So do with that as you will. I know there's going to be people in the comments probably saying, I love mine. Mine never gave me any problems. I'm not shocked by that. We all cut hair a little differently. We encounter different kinds of hair. It just is what it is. We have different experiences. And so do I think this is a bad clipper? No. And for the price, I think maybe you should get it because maybe this is a good deal for you. And that's the great thing about this price setup that TPOB has. You're not breaking the bank to buy one of his clippers. But it has a permanent place on my station for right now because I'm going to experiment with it. I love the way it feels in hand so much that I'm going to keep seeing if I can hack this situation here to where I like it. So far, I do think that the XO blade has been better for it than the Architect blade for me. I'm going to be putting the chunk blade on here soon with a thicker cutting blade. See if that's the hack I need. But regardless, guys, if you have the go, please let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear from that. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please click that like button, subscribe, share this with your barber friends. Let's get this community growing. Let's keep those comments humble and kind, and as always, I'll check you guys in the next one.